Hi guys. So every week we are actually coming up with a newsletter for to create. So where I am actually trying to come and share interesting content, and that content might be sometimes ad campaigns, or sometimes it can be some interesting creative, or sometimes it can be a billboard advertisement or something like that. So in the to create, this is the fourth edition, and in this week I brought four interesting campaigns which we can actually discuss and analyze about it. So I'm actually breaking down these four interesting campaigns which I came across. So let us jump into it. The first campaign I came across is like coming from Fevic Create. So when I saw the brand name itself, I could actually sense that it is coming from the Fevicol brand, because the name sounds like that. So that is very interesting. So and I could see there's a sticker like in the creative itself, some from the makers of Fevicol. So the first thing which is very interesting is the scroll stopper is basically the creative is very simple and nice, and they're saying learn to creativity with Fevicreate. That's an interesting this thing. Like the creative is very clean and to the point. I liked it. And then if you see the headline, they say blend fun and education seamlessly with subject based. This is subject based art and craft at Fevicreate. Subject based is something they used it, so they want to say that it's not just for fun. Like they also learn things. They want to emphasize on this because parents are focused on like making their kids learn things, not just play with clay and the cardboards, etc. So that specific, I think that one liner, the headline is really very impactful. That's what I believe. Then if you see three girls playing in the creative, actually let us visualize our kids doing the same. So it's like a recall or the connect kind of a thing. Then if you see uh, they also used a button register now. So I like this thing because this button inside the image always provocates us to click the button. So that is very important. And finally, the call to action. There's a call to action, and above the call to action, there is something like, so they say call to action brighten learning with art and craft. But what I loved is the tagline above the call to action is make learning fun with 500 plus free activities. So this call to action is really perfect. It exactly says what is the customer, what is the user going to get. He's going to get 500 plus free activities. So that is very compelling. So I think it's very tough for anyone to say no to this specific offer. Then let us see, this is one more ad which I came across. So you might be thinking why I'm actually taking this kind of an ad, which is kind of an adult kind of an product. But generally promoting an adult kind of product is very tough on Facebook, with all the rules and regulations on Facebook. So that's the reason I bought this ad, because this ad is actually getting, I think it's getting a good response, because you can see 518 people liking it. That indicates that there is enough response, there is a good enough response for this specific ad. So if you see the headline, it says introducing our special drink for men to help you perform better and stay active. So the headline itself says that it is about men's sexual performance. But yeah, definitely, like there are people who are actually looking at that kind of products. And advertising that kind of products on Facebook is bit tough. So these guys came up with an interesting creative where they were subtly playing on, like they're not trying to reveal everything, but they're trying to reveal a bit of it. So the headline itself, the lines of text itself is very uh, indicative of what they're actually talking about. Then if you see the creative, where there is a woman, actually the lips and the lollipop thing, which also is indicating about sex and romance. That's what is generally like visualized here in this specific context. Then the creative is really great with minimalistic approach, having a the bottle, the product of the product image itself is there. Then they're saying these two lines, very interesting. रात अकेली है बुझ गए दिए. So that's also indicating something about sexual sex and romance. indirectly. So and the music symbols above that also, I like that the specific thing, that music symbol above that specific two lines. I like those add this type of small elements can also add up to a creative. And if you can see this, finally they're saying 20% discount and all. And you see the 518 people liking, and like 48 comments are there. So that indicate this ad is able to perform well and also is running for some amount of time. That's what I believe. So this is one interesting ad. Then let's go to the third one. So this is one more ad which I came across, and it's a real scroll stopper because of the product packaging, the way it is, the product photography, whatever you say. If you see this ad, you can't definitely take your eyes off from this specific ad. So this is quite interesting that way. And if you see, what I like this, the brand name itself is very interesting. They say like ditch the guilt. So ditch the guilt is something, this the guilt is something which I liked a lot, because many people resonate with this kind of a brand name, because it's exactly trying to resonate with the pain point many customers have. They have guilt of eating junk food. So that brand name itself is very interesting. Then they're actually highlighting some 5 to 6 points: zero sugar added, no maida, no wheat, dairy free, gluten free, and etc. So that's interesting. Like most of the people want to hear this. Then product photography, you see the cookies, they're very awesome looking. They're like mouth watering. If you see the cookies, you feel like you want to eat them. Then one more thing is like, what I loved the most is the killer CTA, call to action. If you see, it's very interesting. Love chocolates, sorry, love chocolates, and cookies, not sugar. I think this is very important and interesting thing. We should be actually understanding, because this is exactly what people want. They love chocolates, they want cookies, but they don't want sugar. So exactly they're targeting the pain point. And if you see, this ad is liked by 2.1k people, that indicate that like many people are liking this ad, and the ad is performing well. So this can be, a lot of things can be taken from this specific ad as well. That's what I think. Then this is one more campaign from Coca-Cola, which is actually, this campaign is launched by Coca-Cola, and this right now these billboards are all set up in Europe. So they're experimenting with this. So they're doing this very boldly. Like they say, don't buy uh, Coca-Cola. And the don't buy Coca-Cola itself is very striking. Like people say, why will someone advertise like don't buy our product? But there is one interesting line before, below that: don't buy Coca-Cola if you don't help us recycle. So I feel like this is really great proposition, where they're trying to show their commitment towards recycling the plastic bottles. So this is a great campaign, I can say. But at the end of the day, like the critic the critic inside me says that, if Coca-Cola is so concerned about the plastic bottles thing, why don't they actually replace some percentage of the plastic bottles with glass bottles? Again, this can be again individual opinion, but I feel like, yeah, the Coke, this campaign wise, I think this is a great campaign. So these are the four campaigns I came across, and I want to share. I would love to know your comments about these specific campaigns in the comments. So thank you very much. And if you like this kind of information, please do subscribe to our newsletter. Like we do every week we send this newsletter. And just to subscribe, just go to www.tocreate.in, and you can easily subscribe to that. Thank you very much.